Hello Nigeria, and welcome to the last edition of Newsline for the year 2023. I'm Elizabeth Omori. It's been an honor and a smooth ride from January, and at this point I must say it's been an honor serving you. But the new year brings us so much colors to make our lives beautiful. Tonight will be my searchlight on Emirates Strengthen Bonds. The annual festivals across the country will also be adding colors to the show tonight as we bring you sights and sounds. We have been following the shooting of 23-year-old Usman Saidu Abubakar by a police officer, and his family is calling for justice. Watch out for an update. Wriggling and moving to rhythms and cultures say much about our identity. So, could dancing be a unifying factor and a tool for ethnic integration? Our correspondent will tell us. Our social diary is also sizzling. These and more on Newsline tonight. And we would also like to let you know that immediately after Newsline, our Lens on 2023 studio will be up. But first, the news of the day. We begin with Plateau killings. Governors from the north-central part of the country have decided to intervene in the recent crisis leading to loss of lives in Plateau State towards finding a permanent solution. Nasarawa State Governor and Chairman North Central Governors Forum Abdullahi Sule and his counterpart from Niger State, who were amongst visitors of President Bola Tinubu in Lagos, told State House correspondents about their decision. Governor Sule said that the governors will meet with victims and other critical stakeholders involved in the Christmas Eve incident.
We are going to use the opportunity also to talk to some major stakeholders and major actors in these issues of the Plateau, and this is not the first time. I think Mr. President wants to know more details about it, and I'm sure that the Vice President visited and he was able to get a lot of information, and we are also going to visit, and we will talk to probably different kind of people, at the different level, and we'll be able to get more information that will fit Mr. President with for him to take proper action about what is happening on the Plateau.
But the most important is that we need to start discussion. We need to start talking to each other as a people. We need to discuss. So we need to bring initiatives of forums that will bring out people voices to be heard. A lot of these issues are just ethnocentric and also farmer-herder clashes, just little interest. So we're sure that we'll come to the bottom of this.
And the federal government describes as worrisome the recent renewed attacks and killings in Plateau State, promising to find possible solutions to the challenge. Minister of State for Defense Bello Mohammed stated this during a visit to Bokas local government area of the state. Indiyang and the Yaba Gang reports that the service chiefs, as well as the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, Dr. Betta Edu, were part of the delegation.
The delegation include Minister of State for Defense, Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, chiefs of naval, air and army staff. They were in Bokas to sympathize with government and people of the state over the recent renewed attacks that led to loss of lives and property of citizens. Minister of State for Defense condemned the attack in its entirety, saying government is worried over the incident and will find possible solutions to the security challenges in the state.
We want to hear from you with some recommendations that we will take back home, and to assure you that more tools will be deployed to this area.
Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, Dr. Betta Edu, says arrangements are being made by the federal government to provide relief materials to victims to cushion their hardship.
But what we are discouraging as a government is holding people in IDP camps because it's not sustainable, and so we will be working with the, of course, an agency under me, the Refugee Commission, as well as a department in the ministry which is in charge of shelter.
You must play your own part by being proactive in reporting incidences, suspicious incidences.
The most important thing when these incidences happen is to learn from it, and then to make sure that we take measures to see that it never happens again.
So I want to appeal to you that don't denigrate the efforts of these noble men who are doing a lot. And we're here to find solutions.
The delegation at the government house assures that more troops will be deployed to the state to deal with the situation. In Jos, Indenyan and the Abuja, NTA News.
Away from Plateau attacks, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will make a New Year's Day broadcast to the nation on Monday, January 1, 2024 at 7 a.m. Television and radio stations, and as well as other electronic media outlets, are enjoined to hook up to the network services of the Nigerian Television Authority and the Federal Radio Corporation of Nigeria for the broadcast. We now head to Lagos, where Speaker of the House of Representatives, Tajuddin Abbas, says Nigerians should expect a notable difference in budget implementation once President Bola Tinubu signs the 2024 appropriation bill into law. The Speaker, who paid a Yuletide homage to President Bola Tinubu at his Lagos residence, believes the 28.7 trillion naira harmonized budget passed by the National Assembly on Saturday will define the Tinubu administration as people-centric.
We expect it to deliver because there is no sector that we didn't cross-check, we didn't scrutinize, we didn't make inquiries as to what it requires for it to make the desired impact to the economy and to the people. So I assure you, by the time the 2024 appropriation is signed into law and we start implementing it, Nigerians will see the difference. This is a budget that is going to define in a very big way the Tinubu administration to the people of this country.
While Lagos residents are optimistic that the year 2024 will be a new opportunity for the country to renew commitments in achieving its developmental goals. They stated this while speaking with Larry Bilei on their hopes and preparations to usher in the new year.
It's a Sunday morning and the last day of the year 2023. Christians are in their worship centers observing this last Sabbath of the year, while some have started activities lined up for the new year.
To go and spend the crossover night. You know, New Year, this 2024 is going to be a great year for us.
For 2024, these are my expectations. Peace for Nigeria, good governance, and happiness all over. Good business, that our children will find work to do.
We are hoping to get a better life compared to what we had in 2023.
Security personnel are in strategic areas in the metropolis, with the Commissioner of Police assuring people of a crime-free New Year celebration.
For the New Year 2024, my assurance is that it will remain peaceful. We will not allow hoodlums to take advantage of any of us. We protect all citizens.
Although the usual hustle and bustle on the streets of Lagos has waned considerably, some stores are still open for a last-minute shopping. In Lagos, Larry Bilei, NTA News.
President Bola Tinubu sends felicitations to Governor Obasani of Kaduna State as he marks his 53rd birthday. President Tinubu celebrates the accomplished engineer and politician whose leadership Odyssey has been one of sacrifice, dedication and service to the people. The president commends the governor for his devotion to the nation from his early years as a pro-democracy activist, promoting the pristine elements of democracy, good governance and national unity. President Tinubu extols the brilliance and excellence of the governor, who is both a mechanical engineer of high repute and renowned financial expert, recalling his efforts as chairman of the Senate Committee on Banking, Insurance and Financial Institutions, and now governor. The president wishes him many more years in good health, happiness and strength in the service of the people of Kaduna and Nigeria. In the face of dynamic challenges, the Nigerian Armed Forces demonstrated resilience and dedication to safeguarding the nation's security and fostering stability. but not without hitches. This report from NTA's Defense Desk aims to provide an account of the significant happenings in 2023, which set the stage for Nigerian military operations in 2024.
Acquisition of new platforms by the Nigerian Army, Nigerian Navy and Nigerian Air Force, with plans for more in 2024, as well as a significant leaning towards the use of artificial intelligence, all characterized the Nigerian military's evolution in 2023.
Ability to churn out ideas to harness the power of technology will determine our success in ensuring the highest levels of operational effectiveness and efficiency. Similarly, a deep focus on artificial intelligence can revolutionize how we process data, analyze information, and make informed decisions in real time.
Despite these successes, however, the military grappled with internal security challenges, including clashes with criminal elements and communal conflict, emphasizing the complexity of maintaining domestic peace.
We have observed the migration of the criminal elements from the northeast to the northwest zone of the nation, and we are developing appropriate contingency to combat that threat.
But the Nigerian Navy's journey is far from over. We face new and emerging challenges, including the dynamic threat of terrorism and the increasing sophistication of maritime criminals. We must remain vigilant and adaptable, constantly improving our capabilities and strategies to stay ahead of the curve.
Civilian casualties and displacement raised humanitarian concerns, prompting a need for a delicate balance between security operations and safeguarding the welfare of the local population. A case in point, the Tudumbiri incident, where civilians were killed in a case of missed target fire admitted by the Nigerian Army.
It shouldn't be our task, our mandate is to protect civilians, not to kill, maim, or destroy anything. And that particular time, we're on the heat of pursuing some bandits within that general area, and unfortunately this happened.
The Nigerian Air Force suffered a few setbacks as well, recording 3 crashes in 2023, including a belly landing without casualties. As the year concludes, the Nigerian military stands at a crossroads, acknowledging achievements while addressing challenges to ensure a more secure and stable future. Najatu Tijani, NTA News.
Thank you, Najatu. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu commends the contributions and sacrifices of officers and soldiers of God's Brigade for ensuring a safe and secure Federal Capital Territory. Defense correspondent Ismail Musa reports that this was contained in his message delivered by the Minister of State for Defense, Mohammed Bello, at the 2023 God's Brigade West African Social Activities in Abuja.
It's the 2023 Gas Brigade West African Social Activities WASA, an annual event organized by the Nigerian Army to celebrate the diverse cultures of Nigeria. Devoid of much regimentation, the social activities brought together officers, soldiers and their families in a relaxed atmosphere to celebrate the end of a successful year and honor dedication to service.
The diversity of experience, skill, and talent of officers and soldiers of the brigade is an asset to the Nigerian Army and indeed the nation at large. I believe that your dedication to duty will encourage and motivate other soldiers elsewhere to emulate your extraordinary effort.
To the Commander Gas Brigade, the force will continue to partner with host communities for better security surveillance.
I've been working very hard to ensure that we counter all those challenges around, especially those around Buhari, Abaji, and Kuje area councils.
The Defense Minister donated a car to support the 2023 WASA, and Mariam Ibrahim won the grand prize of a car also donated by the Minister.
I feel happy because I will give my mother the car.
The Gas Brigade is vested with the responsibility of protecting the President and his family, the Federal Capital Territory and environs. Ismail Musa, NTA News.
The news making the rounds that the National Theatre was on fire has generated different versions, with some reports suggesting that it was just a building within the premises. In view of this situation, Larry Biley went on authentication mission and reports that the iconic National Theatre building is safe from any fire incident.
Belongs to CBAC, that is the Center for African Arts, before they moved out and to a new place in Victoria Highland. And the fire, I was told, according to findings, started around 9 o'clock yesterday, and due to the concerted efforts of LASEMA, Lagos State Emergency Management Agency, and the Lagos State Fire Service, they were able to put out the fire, including the management of the National Theatre. This place is quite a walk from the main auditorium of the National Theatre to this building.
I was called upon, I think around to 10, some few minutes to 10, that there was fire incidents around this place. So my security personnel around called me and I told them to rally around, and from there we started calling out to rescue operations, LASEMA, fire service and all of that. And graciously they came around, and they were able to curtail the fire.
Reports from the Lagos State Emergency Management Agency and the fire service revealed that a gas cylinder in the compound exploded, causing the fire. When I asked, I was told off camera that an illegal occupant is using the compound to store gas cylinders.
As you can see, there are gas cylinder here and all of that, so definitely that must be the cause of the fire. We have been working, since this incident happened, we are working in conjunction with them to see how this illegal occupant here will be evacuated out of this place.
The National Theatre is intact, the management affirmed in a statement, while no casualty was recorded from the isolated fire incident within the premises. In Lagos, Larry Biley, NTA News.
Talking sports now, Samuel Chukwueze is set for delayed arrival to Nigeria's AFCON camp as Arsenal are beaten again in England. Details with Badi Adeleye on Sports Updates.
Super Eagles forward Samuel Chukwueze will arrive late to Nigeria's camp for the Africa Cup of Nations after AC Milan reached an agreement with the Nigeria Football Federation for him to feature for the Italian Giants against Cagliari on January the 2nd. Chukwueze has not impressed since moving to AC Milan, but he made Nigeria's 25-man squad for the 2023 AFCON in January. All selected players are expected to report to camp on or before January the 2nd. In the English Premier League, Arsenal ended 2023 on a losing note as Fulham came from behind to beat the Gunners 2-1 to inflict a second straight defeat on Mikel Arteta's side and deny them top spot. Tottenham, unlike their North London rivals, finished 2023 on a high with a 3-1 victory over an energetic but wasteful Bournemouth. Meanwhile, Luton captain Tom Lockyer is set to assess his football future in the next year after speaking publicly for the first time since suffering a cardiac arrest. Lockyer collapsed on the pitch during Luton's Premier League match against Bournemouth early December before being rushed to the hospital. The defender, who has since been discharged from the hospital, will now meet with specialists to decide whether to continue playing or not. And finally, Rafael Nadal has revealed that there is high percentage chance he may not continue playing until 2025, but he won't rule out the possibility of staying on. The 22-time Grand Slam champion, who had arthroscopic surgery on his left hip in June after sustaining an injury during last year's Australian Open, lost on his competitive return to action in a doubles match alongside Mark Lopez at the Brisbane International on Sunday. And the 37-year-old admitted afterwards that he would only continue playing if his body allows him. With Sports Update, Badi Adeleye, NTA News.
And you know the weather has been bringing good tidings lately, so let's take a look at the weather picture for tomorrow, Monday.
Compliments of the season and a warm welcome to the weather forecast. The year is expected to start off with a gradual and continuous improvement in horizontal visibilities across the country. as moderate dust haze with horizontal visibility of 2,000 to 5,000 meters is expected to the southern region of the country. Although with increased cloudiness, there are possibilities of isolated thunderstorms later during the day to the coastal parts of Cross River, Akwa Ibom Rivers, Bayelsa and Delta states. To the north and the north-central, slight dust haze is expected. Stand by for the air quality and weather forecast across some selected cities. I am Theodora Itum. Thank you for watching and have a happy and prosperous New Year.
And the weather report ends the news segment. We'll now take a break. Newsline proper will begin shortly. Now to Newsline proper. Traditional or cultural dance in Nigeria has been a unifying tool bringing our people together in times of joy and sorrow. In some cases, it has even been used to resolve conflicts between warring tribes or nations. In this report, Udwak 18 tells us how this played out at the 2023 Calabar Cultural Dance Carnival.
Calabar Cultural Carnival does not only celebrate different cultures in Nigeria through dance, but exists for the purpose of promoting unity among ethnic groups and states of the nation, as well as showing creativity and artistic expression of various troops whose performances give meaning to the folk arts for preservation and transformation of these traditional creations.
Okay, this is Morning Kim costume. Tradition is a good thing. It gives you joy. For me, if I'm dancing, I'm always happy.
This costume that we are wearing is a beautiful costume, colorful. This represents a folk kingdom as a whole.
This carnival contributes to the longevity of culture, making it accessible to the younger generation.
It has done a whole lot in terms of bringing people together, reviving our culture.
It's a unifying factor because if it wasn't unifying, other states wouldn't have come into Cross River State for our cultural carnival.
Cultural carnival is know your roots, know where you come from, know where you belong.
The significance of this cultural carnival is to showcase the rich cultural heritage that we have in Nigeria as a whole. The beauty of this thing is oneness.
In line with the governor's People First manifesto, you could see the happiness. You could also see the display of our cultural heritage and the peaceful atmosphere.
Designed to showcase Africa's rich culture and heritage through dance, drama, costumes, and other artistic expression by performers drawn from different states in Nigeria, the Calabar Cultural Carnival has become one of the most popular festivals in the world.
Very colorful event. Our culture is truly unique. The culture of a people, just like the football tournament, is a unifying factor. This played out in Ikennazizi clan of Obowa local government area of Imo State as they converged for the first time to revive their cultural heritage, which was abandoned many years ago. Beatrice Anyim reports that the Director General of the Nigerian Television Authority, Salihu Abdulhamid Dembas, who was the special guest of honor, was represented at the event held at the Ikennazizi Central School, Obowo, Imo State.
The preservation of our people's culture is an obligatory task which constantly unites and connects the people to their roots. The people of Ikennazizi clan in Imo State, made up of 6 communities including Alike, Amuzi, Amato, Ndiuhu, Omopa, and Okunezigwe, after many years of indifference, came together as a people under the auspices of Ahikenanzizi Efula, meaning the name of Ikenanzizi will not be eroded. Better described as a reunion, the Njirimara Ikenanzizi Cultural Festival, which was heralded with 21 cannon shots, brought together traditional rulers of the 6 autonomous communities, prominent chiefs and indigenes of the clan who displayed their dance steps according to their age grades and communities. Their native delicacies were also served at the occasion. The pioneer and interim president Ahikenanzizi Efula and chief convener of the program, Dr. Callistus Anyanwu, thanked God for the grace to conquer their differences and rekindle brotherly love, peace and unity towards the development of their communities. He notes that their first focus is the rehabilitation of the 2 abandoned secondary schools, namely Community and Girls Secondary Schools, Ikenanzizi, built by their forefathers in the 1960s.
When they called me last year to come and rejuvenate Ikenanzizi, I told them that would be my first priority, of which we have been synergizing. So now I am telling you that Ikenanzizi have come back to stay.
High point of the event was the inauguration of the first elected executives of Ahikenanzizi Efula, with Apostle Eugene Egwuatu Ogu as its president.
The best thing Igbo man understand is servanthood, and that is the structure that we will use to reach out to every group that is existing in Ikenanzizi to make sure we unite to make our people feel very proud.
We came together to help the community, because it's that time we start doing it without waiting for the government.
We're expecting that this will bring unity, will bring peace, will bring development.
The special guest of honor and the Director General of the Nigerian Television Authority, NTA, Salihu Abdul Hamid Dembos, represented by System Manager News, NTA Owerri, Chuma Wankwere, commended the people for not allowing their cultural heritage go extinct.
This culture should not be allowed to die. They should fan it to flame.
It's a new beginning for unity and progress and love for our people.
Well, I'm very happy that this is happening in my time, and this is the first of its kind in Obo.
Thrilled by the maiden edition of the Njirimara Ikenanzizi Cultural Festival, the people cannot wait but look forward to the second edition.
Thank you, Beatrice. And still on show of culture, Kaltungo is spotted as one of the tourist destinations of the Jewel in the Savannah. This the views of guests who converged on the Kaltungo for the 2023 Carnival, where Jerry Joseph Damara chaired the sons and daughters of Kaltungo chiefdom to welcome their guests. Emmanuel Akila packaged the thrilling moments of cultural heritage of the Kaltungo people at the Carnival for Newsline.
Annual Kaltungo Carnival keeps evolving, with every year's display of the rich cultural heritage of the Kaltungo people looking new and different, even to regular enthusiasts. Chairman of the occasion, Jerry Joseph Damara, the Kauran Kaltungo is elated by the show of love from the guests who graced the event.
Peace and progress. I declare it as the theme of this occasion. It is due to understand that sound cultural values are used and as the prelude, not just to progress and development, but majorly for peace.
When we talk of unity, that culture is what will link those different languages, distinct identities that will link them up, and togetherness, leveliness, and all that will come together. So that's what culture does.
The dancers came in their numbers, clad in their traditional attires, with scintillating, irresistible dance steps, savoring the rich culture of the people. Freeing of the pigeons, demonstrates the peaceful disposition of the Kaltungo people with their neighbors. Chairman of the occasion, Jerry Joseph Amara, Mike Kaltungo, and other guests cut the cake.
Give me a K. Give me I. Give me L. Give me A. And the end. Finally G.
Dignitaries were on ground in solidarity with the sons and daughters of the soil.
My competent, reliable, and able chairman, who today have decided to give him chairman emeritus.
Let me also seize this opportunity to say a big thank you to the last speaker, Kauran Kaltungo, for his kind words.
We are proud of Jerry Joseph Damara, who is always striving to see to the development of our people, and we pray God to continually bless him.
Kaltungo Carnival 2023 is indeed endowed, and all it yearns for is for the people of goodwill to invest in adding value to the resources in Kaltungo local government area.
Truly, our diverse cultures cannot be traded. And what is culture without costumes? Our next focus. And costumes are special outfits worn by individuals or group of people to capture the mood and create exciting moments for the people that wear them and spectators at events. This concept of wearing costumes is as old as human history. Costumes are specific and symbolic as they set the tone for events or ceremonies. Erica Ivy captured the uniqueness of costumes at Calabar Festival.
Whether it is a wedding ceremony, birthday party, or cultural festival, costumes worn at any occasion reflects the beauty, gender, ethnicity, nationality, as well as class. It could also reveal religious activity and provides an opportunity for a person or group of people to reaffirm social values and ties. But what impression do people have about costumes?
It shows where you come from, your culture. Africa, we have so many culture in our, which we doesn't value it. So if I see group develop those such actually I used to be happy.
It's all about humanity. It brings people together. It's beautiful. It's unique, like I said. But in everything, it should be based on decency. It should be done in a very decent way.
I see like a uniqueness of having fun. Appearance, the outlook. It's unique, it's beautiful.
Respondents say apart from adding color and changing the face of the occasion, costumes shape the texture of an event, while at other times, people or communities play solidarity as they wear costumes to support their member.
That is something nice, something very nice, yeah, because when they wear costume, at times they be in uniform and with a very nice style or design, yes. But once you wear a good costume, it's okay.
We do have a Nigerian festival, and most times it's those costumes we use to beautify ourselves, and we look gorgeous. So costumes are very good.
I feel so great. I feel proud about where I come from, because the costume will really tell me this is where I come from, this is my area, this is my state, this is where I come from. So it makes me feel proud and happy about where I come from.
Some fashion mongers maintain that costume enhances market for fabric sellers while providing income for fashion designers.
Very colorful event. Thank you, Ivy. It's been our rich first segment. We have more to come right after the break. Just stay on the line. Thanks for staying on the line. The litmus test for a man that is highly indebted to the people lies in the response to his beacon. This speaks of the mammoth crowd comprising raisers and shakers of society that graced the 70th birthday anniversary of an icon of the renewed hope agenda of the present administration and Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Senator George Akume, at his country home in Benue State. Charles Abba, who brings us sights and sounds of the event, tells us that President Tinubu also registered his presence.
The Thanksgiving Mass for the 70th birthday anniversary, an exalted position of the renowned philanthropist and political trailblazer, Senator George Akume, was at the auditorium of St. Christopher's Parish, Wanene, a church built and donated to the parish by the celebrant. Bishop, Catholic Diocese of Kasinala, Most Reverend Isaac Dugu, who led the Thanksgiving Mass with not less than 80 priests of various denominations, described him as a man with a large heart.
If Benue State does not get it right now, it may never get it again.
Flanked by his best half, Representative Regina Akume, the frontliner thanked God for preservation and Mr. President for making him the first ever SGF from Benue since Nigeria's independence, and vowed to ensure fruition of the renewed hope agenda of the present administration.
It's not easy to rule over this country. We're structurally very complex. We pray as we move mountains.
The words of the President, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, delivered by the First Lady, Her Excellency Senator Oluremi Ahmed Tinubu, were of acknowledging the impeccability and sterling leadership qualities of the political juggernaut and wishing him well.
Your career has been one of commitment, dedication to public service, while your appointment as Secretary to the Government of the Federation is a testament to your vast experience.
We must cooperate with him for this to be done very fruitfully and effectively.
The sight of the reception venue was a wow, and the towering double celebration cakes aptly define and befit the status of a political icon and gladiator, the person of Senator Dr. George Akume Daju.
Irrespective of party, religion, or wherever we come from, we appreciate him and we congratulate him for 70th birthday.
He's basically a man of the people.
He's an epitome of humility, and he's a philanthropist par excellence.
Various artists and dance groups within Benue and beyond registered their presence with acrobats and titillating performances to add glamour to the ceremony.
Congratulations to the SGF. It was a moment of celebration of success for his various contributions to the growth of the country and humanity. The Huba, a social cultural group in Hong, local government area of Adamawa State, organized a grand reception in honor of the former Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa, to appreciate the impact he made in society.
Honor done to Boss Mustafa, the immediate past Secretary to the Government of the Federation by his kinsmen, having served the nation meritoriously. His contributions to nation building and great service to humanity informed this gathering of great personalities who came from far and near to identify with his achievements and successes.
Boss Gida that I know is a very honest, hard-working person. And whatever assignment that is given to him, he does it very well.
He's a bridge builder, a role model, a pace setter.
A great Nigerian, selfless, unity builder, and a visionary leader. He deserves all the accolades.
As the SGF, during your sacred tenures, our various communities have felt your impact through infrastructural development, employment opportunities, among others. We are saying thank you for making us proud.
It was also a moment to display the rich cultural heritage of Huba popularly known as Kilba, through their dance steps and other traditional values. For the immediate past Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa, it is a period of fulfillment by adding value to the system.
As we have gathered here today in our numbers as members of this community, reflecting on the modest things that we've been able to do, we return every honor and glory and adoration and thanks unto Almighty God first for the privilege and grace that He has extended to us. Wow!
Various groups and associations presented Award of Excellence as Government Secondary School Hong All Students Association organized a reception in his honor because of the impact made in the development of the school and education as a whole.
We wish him all the best. It is the inner bond that draws one person to another. This best describes the visit of Emir of Zauzau in Kaduna State, Ambassador Hamid Nuhu Bamali, to Gombe Emirate to strengthen the age-long bond between the two emirates. Tafawa Hamza Mayo reports that a mini Doba was organized in honor of the visiting Emir.
The bond of relationship between Gombe and Zazzau Emirates dates back to more than 2 centuries ago, when the two emirates maintained socio-economic and educational ties. The visit to Gombe Emirate Council by the 19th Emir of Zazzau, Ahmad Nuhu Bamali, is to further strengthen this bond and also add value to the northern cultural heritage. Visits of this nature is not new, but it has been long awaited by the 11th Emir of Gombe, Abubakar Shehu Abubakar III.
As you can see, the whole palace is filled with people who are filled with joy and happiness to meet the Emir of Zauzau, and I am sure that this is probably the first time this is happening in Gombe Emirate.
Apart from the exchange of pleasantries, the two traditional rulers made it clear that keeping the tie between the people of Gombe and Zazzau Emirate is paramount and unconditional.
Modu Bobubayaro and Malam Musa were both students of Sheikh Usman bin Fodio. Since then, they formed alliance that benefited not only them, but the entire northern region.
When royalty meets, especially in northern Nigeria, horses display always takes center stage. Sometimes, reaching out and taking someone's hand is the beginning of a journey for a long-lasting relationship between the people of Gombe and Zazzau of Kaduna State.
Well, for me, the Doba, always interesting to watch. Another set of commercials on cue. We shall go down that lane and come back to tell you who did what, when, and where. Thanks for staying with us. Now to weddings. It turned out to be one of the prestigious weddings that even uninvited guests would not want to miss. And why not? It was an exceptional ceremony that comes once in a blue moon. That was when the former Chief of Army Staff, General Abdurrahman Bello Dambazao, gave out his daughter Bilkisu in marriage to Kabir Barao, Aminu Umar, who captured the glitz and the glamour of the ceremony. And his deputy also graced the occasion.
The handshakes between the groom's representative, Senator Kabiru Marafa, and the representative of the bride's family, Brigadier General Idris Bello Dambazao, was the important moment that brought the dignitaries together. It came after the marriage consent between the two, after payment of the bride price of 200,000 naira in fulfillment of the religious rites, as witnessed by the dignitaries, among them the past and present leadership of the Nigerian army, politicians and traditional title holders.
You see
40, 50 years together. It is predicated on patience. You should know how to talk to each other. So you should always be kind when you speak to each other.
There could be some kind of misunderstanding as time goes. So the most important thing is the ability to have patience and tolerance with each other.
Let it be a healthy, fruitful marriage that may be a source of joy and blessing to the parents that are involved.
The elated father, General Abdurrahman Dambazaw, the Baradan Kano, who was full of joy and appreciation, thanked all that identify with him and his family at the historic wedding of his daughter Bilkisu.
It's a great day for me as a parent, and this is applicable to every parent who finds himself or herself in such position.
The bride Bilkisu Bello Dambazaw was earlier initiated into a matrimonial life through a traditional kamu attended by family, friends and well-wishers. A befitting dinner was organized in honor of the new couple, where family, friends and well-wishers joined the couple to wine and dine.
She's the completion of what I'm liking in my life. I see that in her.
He's very religious, he's very caring, and
of course security studies.
He's always trying to look after me and my needs.
He's a very calm, very humble.
He is very religious. I consider him very religious, very obedient.
Congratulations to the couple, and may their union be blessed. The joy of Ulimachukwu and Chinedu knew no bounds when their dream of becoming husband and wife came to reality as they were joined in holy matrimony at St. Charles Borromeo Catholic Church, Victoria Island. Bolaji Akim reports that family, friends and well-wishers gorgeously came out to share in the joy of the two lovers.
Thank you, Ulimachukwu Osele, to be my lawful wife.
Thank you, Chinedu Joseph Amazing, to be my lawful husband.
Ulimachukwu and Chinedu confessing their love to one another before priests, family members, and well-wishers. Reverend Father Kevin Ode advised the couple to see themselves as one body that cannot be separated. He charged Ulimachukwu and Chinedu to make Christ the center and pillar of their marriage.
The sacrament of marriage is a means of salvation. It's not a social event.
Shortly after the church service, guests and well-wishers moved to reception venue, where they were treated to delicious meals and drinks. Former Director General of NTA, Mr. Vincent Maduka, gave the couple some fatherly advice.
Somebody is going to decide the suit you are wearing. Somebody is going to decide the food you are eating. Somebody is going to decide your coming and your going. I have done it for so many years, and I can tell you it's enjoyable.
For Uloma and Chinedu, the journey of 3 years courtship was worth the wait, looking forward to having a blissful home.
The journey has been sweet. I've been pampered, I've been taken care of, and it's good to know that someone has my back all the time.
When you're in a blissful relationship with someone, the days go by so fast, you know. Just like 2 years ago and now we're here today. It feels like just yesterday.
Parents of the couple could not wish them anything better than happy marital journey.
God will bless them in all their endeavors and lead them through all their life journey so that they will make a thorough success of it in every way, both spiritually and physically.
They're already, they're such a religious couple from what I can see. So I know that God will bless them phenomenally.
God should give them good health, love, peace, and unity.
I wish them prosperity. I wish them good health. I wish them they not have as many number of children they wish to have.
The event reached its climax with cutting of the cake and couple dance.
I whispered underneath my breath, but you heard it.
We wish the couple all the best. It looks like love is still in the air. To leave one's parents someday for a new journey of life with a heartthrob is a dream of every successful young adult. This excitement was displayed by Jamilat Onoyiveta as she and Abubakar Haruna formalized their love story. Jamilat is the daughter of Brigadier General Onoyiveta, who was ADC to former President Musa Yar'Adua. Omenka Amarachuk covered the wedding ceremony.
Abubakar Haruna is one of those Nigerians who believe true love breaks religious geographical locations and boundaries. He demonstrated this by traveling from Kogi State to Delta State in search of a woman who would spend the rest of her life with him. And when he finally found her, he wasted no time in making the union official.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
The culture of the bride and the groom, Kogi and Delta, were on display with necessary steps taken to ensure full compliance and fulfillment of marital rights.
My wish for this couple is that they should grow from strength to strength.
I pray for them that they should have a long life.
So my wish for them is that it's going to be a smooth sailing journey for them.
May God give them long life. Joy and excitement of their parents are visible.
Certainly my joy knows no bound. I'm overwhelmed with joy and emotion for my daughter's marriage. And my prayer for her and her husband is for Almighty Allah to bless them.
Being somebody's wife today is a great thing of joy for me.
Pray for that ability for them, that grace to continue in love that they start with.
So love thrives on commitment, tolerance.
A wedding fatia was held at the National Mosque Abuja after fulfilling all Islamic rites with the payment of 100,000 naira as bride price. Dr. Muhammad Kabir Adam officiated the wedding fatia, while Alhaji Dahiru Mangal gave out the hand of Jamilat as Abubakar Sahid represented Abubakar Haruna to receive the bride price.
Continue to pray for the couple for successful, happy, and blessed marriage.
So I advise the young couples to make sure they have open communication with each other.
God will keep their union.
Time to cut the wedding cake. Friends of the bride's father, Brigadier General Mustafa Onoyivita, ADC to former President Musa Yar'Adua, took turn in ushering prayers to the couple.
Our advice that continue along that same trajectory of showing love, respect, relate with each other in love. Also add that Abubakar and Jamila, you are two that are really one. Don't make yourself two or three. Key words: righteousness, trustworthiness, and bring it to the home. And believe me, you will enjoy the rest of your life with your beautiful bride. I believe very rarely will a brother want to hug the sister. Very rarely will a friend want to hug another friend. Very rarely will you ever expect a true husband to hug a wife. So you can embody those three. Jamila, my daughter, it's a wedding magic. Couples must be loyal to each other in all circumstances. And God bless this marriage.
Today has been a day I've dreamt of, I've prayed for, and I've worked towards. I thank God for today.
best moment ever.
Love you be my greatest sin. Say that was done, but see I'm here.
May they remain in love. Let's take our last set of commercials. Stay with us. And this is where we end Newsline today. Thank you for your time. But we are not done on the network service. Our lens on